Second thing is, somebody, this is a question about games. It says the question is, to what extent is game time required for every teen during youth group? How much time, in other words, how much time should you spend playing games? And I don't think there's a time. I think you fit it to your group. It depends. If your whole focus of the night is games, then just play games. If you say, Paul, don't we have to have a lesson? You can. I would do it before you start playing games, though. Um, and then, there is no proprietary time. You could say you could do the first 15 minutes of your youth group and do that. That's, you know, standard. I don't want to say it's standard, but the first 15 minutes or so is some a game, or depending on what you're doing. It depends what the point of the game is too. Are we running off energy? Is it part of the lessons? Does it teach something? Is it community building? Is it team building? Is it problem solving? That kind of just depends. And the other challenge of that too is that, listen, I know everybody does not necessarily, you know, I don't know about your group, but I've had groups where a lot of the guys will participate, but maybe not so much the girls. And if you have a challenge with your girls, competing or playing the game, my suggestion would be, we'll just have girls plan the game. Girls, what game would you like to play? Just have a team of girls, 3 or 4 girls. Girls, you're in charge of this. You could do it, for a couple of weeks. This week it's the guys' turn. This week is the girls' turn, and do that for a month. Just have each group plan whatever the game is, get with you, you get supplies, all that kind of good stuff there. But there's no mandatory game time unless what you build into it. And it depends how long your lesson is. If your lesson is going to be longer, well, then shorten your game time. If your lesson is super short, then extend your game time. And if you have worship in there and so forth, well, then that all kind of complements the whole thing. So yeah, I wouldn't worry about how long it is. I would base it on, because unless it's a whole games night, then I wouldn't worry about it. But if you're saying, look, I gotta, how long is my message? And what do I really, I always say, start with the end in mind. What does at the end of your meeting looks like? And if the game helps contribute to the end goal of that meeting, then play it. If a game does not lend itself to the goal at the end of your meeting, then don't play it. Keep the end of your meeting in mind, and don't play games that are if you want people to get really serious real quick, don't play. Don't take them outside and run them ragged for 30 minutes and then expect them to come in and listen. They're going to be wore out. They're going to be really tired. So keep in mind what the goal of your youth meeting is, and then plan accordingly.